Today is Wednesday, October 28th, and it's my birthday. So this is the first birthday I've ever had, obviously being pregnant, and it's going to be the last one I ever have without a kid. So I'll just be the last one without boogers to clean up and diapers to change and all of that amazing things. So anyway, it's my birthday. I'm 26 weeks and 2 days pregnant, and things continue to go relatively well, but there are a few things that I'll talk about today, but they're not like the end of the world bad things. This has been probably one of the worst months of my life. My grandma passed away a couple of weeks ago, and she died of metastatic, well, I don't know that it was metastatic, but yeah, okay, Tim's saying metastatic colon cancer. So when we got the call that it looked like grandma was kind of going downhill, we wanted to make sure we went down and saw her so she could see me pregnant and meet her first great-grandchild, you know, as best she could through my belly, obviously. She really wanted to try to make it until February, and that's what she kept telling all of her doctors, but that just didn't work out. So a couple of weeks ago, we went and, you know, showed off the belly to all the family that was there and to grandma, and we have a really cool picture of grandma meeting her great-grandbaby. She had her hand on my belly, and I don't think she felt the baby, but she wasn't that super with it. But it was neat because at that time we spent a lot of time by grandma's bedside, and she was kind of moaning in pain, and it wasn't the most pleasant experience. But every time grandma would moan or talk, the baby would start moving a lot. And it was really at that point that I started noticing the baby move a lot more. And it was shortly after that, maybe 2 days after we got home, that Tim felt the baby kick, or whatever it was for the first time. He felt a really strong movement. So that was kind of cool. That's kind of all connected with grandma. And a few days after we came home, it might have been even on the same night that Tim felt her kick, grandma passed away. So we just went to Lodi for her funeral to just say our goodbyes to grandma. And it kind of, since all this has happened, or kind of while this was all happening, people keep asking us, oh, what are you going to name your baby? What are you going to do? Asking all these questions. So now we call the baby Pregunta, baby P, baby Pregunta, whatever you want to call her, because people keep asking questions, and Pregunta means question in Spanish. So that's what we're calling her. But a really cool thing about all this is that we did tell my grandma before she died what we were naming the baby. But all of you have to wait to see what the answer to the Pregunta is until she's born. So So that's pretty much kind of why I'm kind of like down today. It's just been a rough month. New developments. We went to, something happened on, did anything happen on Monday? Maybe not. I'm thinking. I don't remember. Pregnancy brain, again. Okay, anyway, well, maybe I'll think of it. We went to get an ultrasound on Tuesday because they needed to check out, which was yesterday, the baby's septum pellucidum, which is just, they needed a better shot of the brain because she was moving around a lot the last time we had an ultrasound. And right away, first thing they get is a shot of the brain, which was awesome. It was the exact shot that they needed. And baby was totally cooperating, still pointing head down, so that's good because she's ready to go. Hopefully she'll stay that way, we'll see. And after that, I asked if they could just check again to make sure that it was still a girl and that she hadn't grown a penis or anything crazy like that, because I've heard horror stories, and that was a super easy shot to get. They got the same shot pretty much they got last time, looking kind of up under her butt, and definitely there's a little veggie burger there. So it is definitely a girl. And we were excited to find that out because it was that afternoon after the ultrasound that we were planning on working on setting up the nursery. So I didn't want to cut tags off of anything or get anything out of a box for sure until we were certain it was really a girl. And so since then we've worked on setting up the nursery. We set up the crib and the bedding on the crib that we have, pretty much, and put up curtains, and we'll show you a shot of all this stuff. And we've taken all the tags off the baby clothes, and I'm kind of starting to work on doing laundry for that and kind of moving her into her closet. There's a couple of things we need to do in here as well. I need to get a little table for beside my rocking chair to keep my water and whatnot for while I'm nursing. And maybe like a toy box or a bookcase. I don't know. We're kind of just, you know, waiting to just see what happens, see what we find that inspires us. Let's see what else. Okay, so funny story. We went to Blazers game last night. It was opening night of the NBA season. And Pregunta is very good at going to Blazers games. She gets very excited and moves around a lot to all the noises and stuff. And by the way, she's already been to playoff games because we were newly pregnant but didn't know when the playoffs were last season. So she's quite a seasoned basketball fan and Blazers fan, by the way. So anyway, at the game last night, on the way to the game, it kind of started, and Tim just thinks this is funny because people are so nice to you when you're pregnant. There's people opening doors all the time, offering me their seat, and on the Max, somebody offered me their seat. It was a pretty full train, but, you know, usually I decline because I'm fine. It's not like I'm whatever, like an old person, whatever. But, and then one of the other ladies beside me, she was like looking at the other lady that was offering me her seat, kind of wondering why, and then she looked at me, she's like, oh, do you want my seat? And I'm like, I'm fine. But it's just funny because all these people are just super sweet and doing things like that. So I'll kind of miss that, I guess, after I'm pregnant, because people are going to like not care about me. They're just going to care about my kid. But anyway, that's good. So that was fun. So we get to the game, and they always do all these giveaways and stuff at the game. And a couple weeks ago, they did a t-shirt toss. They like have like t-shirt guns and t-shirt slings that they try to sling up to the third deck and whatever, and that's where we sit in the cheaper seats. And a couple weeks ago at the game, they actually flung one up there, and everybody's standing around me. I'm sitting down because I don't want to get pegged by a t-shirt. Everybody's standing around me. Tim's trying to get me a shirt or whatever, and they never get it to our section, it seems like. And they did, and it literally landed in my lap. And all these people were around me trying to get a shirt, but it like seriously just landed boop, right there in my lap. So that was fun. So I got a t-shirt, and it was a 3X, which was really good because I'm going to need that big size coming up here. And I've been wearing that shirt to bed, actually. So it works really good. But last night, they were doing like a Pizza Hut pizza giveaway thing. And so their stunt team goes up to like a couple different sections, and they're giving away free pizza. And they show people on the monitor that are getting the pizzas. And I lean over to Tim. I'm like, watch this. I'm going to get us a pizza. So I stand up. I kind of stick my lower lip out, and I'm rubbing my belly, just giving this sad face to the guy handing out the pizza, and I was like the first one to get a pizza. We were just laughing so hard. Of course, I had pepperoni on it, so we passed it down to some of the guys at the end of our row. But that was kind of a funny story, so I just think that should be in Pregnance's little memory book there, because we want a pizza. So other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Tim's looking at me shaking his head, and if he would just talk, I would know why he's shaking his head. Why don't you speak, honey? Oh, that's what happened Monday night. Boy, and I already forgot. We had our first birthing class on Monday night. I'm like, he's like not helping me out here. So on Monday night, this is before the game and all that craziness, we had our first birthing class. We're taking a Birthing Naturally class over at Adventist Medical Center. And Tim was a little worried about me going through all of this without pain meds, but I want to just learn how to cope and deal with things without meds. Because I want to see if I can do it. So if I can do it naturally, I want to do it naturally. If I can't, I'm not going to kill myself or beat myself up or feel bad or get depressed if I don't. But I'd like to try it because my mom did it that way, my grandma did it that way, women for hundreds and thousands of years have been doing it that way. I want to just see what it's like. I want to feel it because it's one of these things in the world that I can feel that like men can't feel and a lot of other people can't feel. So I kind of want to have that experience because I hear there's nothing quite as amazing as expelling a life from your body. So I kind of want to see what it feels like. So the class was just, nothing super exciting happened, but we did learn a few techniques on a birthing ball and some massage techniques and things like that. So I think those things will be helpful. And it was really fun to see Tim kind of getting into it, sitting on the ball, kind of seeing what things felt like and all this. So it'll be really fun to go through that and see, you know, all the different things we can learn. And that class, we have 5 more classes of that. And so we'll just kind of go from there and learn how to birth this child. And this lady, and this is funny because she said that she's had 100% success rate with people that have taken her class. They've all birthed naturally, right? So Tim's just like, yeah, I think you should just not birth naturally just so you could screw up her statistics. So he wants to just stick it to the man. Anyway, but we'll see how it goes. So we're having our minds open to the process. So that is pretty much it for now. We'll give you some shots here of the nursery so you can see what we've done, and then we'll show you the belly. Okay, so here's my 26-week belly. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but now you won't see my red face when I mention it. At the Blazers game last night, I had a little like kind of freaky scare, and I saw a little kind of bleeding after I went to the bathroom, and I thought we'd have to leave because I was like having an issue or something. But no, my friend Hemorrhoid came to visit. How nice. So that's a new pregnancy symptom I'm trying to forget about. But anyway, now you know. TMI, I know.